Hi! These are 20 awesome and amazing facts that are all connected. So let's get going.
The Tardis, the Doctor spaceship from the popular British science fiction television series Doctor Who, has a large swimming pool and was first seen in the episode The Invasion of Time in 1978. It is located in the lower levels and is accessible by a ladder.
The largest indoor swimming pool in the world contains 6.2 million gallons of water and is used to train astronauts for spaceflight by simulating the microgravity environment that astronauts experience in space. They wear special suits that are designed to make them weigh the same as the water, which allows the astronauts to move around freely.
Astronauts aboard the International Space Station change their underwear every 4 days. This is because laundry facilities are limited and water is a precious resource that needs to be conserved. In addition, astronauts lose their sense of smell in space, so they are not as bothered by the smell of their underwear.
The first Spider-Man costume was made out of underwear and pajamas. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, the creators of Spider-Man, did not have a lot of money to spend on the costume, so they used materials that they had on hand. So Spider-Man keeps his Spider-Man costume on underneath his regular clothes for a quick change.
Is Spider-Man's ability to climb walls like a gecko scientifically possible? A study found that he would need adhesive pads covering 40% of his body surface and shoe size 89 to climb walls. He certainly would not look cool.
Like Spider-Man, Jason Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez from Venezuela had the biggest feet in the world. Due to his gigantism, he wore size 26 shoes, giving him a right foot measuring 40.1 centimeters or 1.32 feet and a left foot measuring 39.6 centimeters or 1.3 feet.
Having a shoe size of 16 US, John Isner is an American tennis player known for having one of the biggest serves in tennis. His height of 203 centimeters or 6'10" and his large feet give him a significant advantage on his serve, enabling him to generate a lot of power, allowing Isner to place the ball with great accuracy.
Like many tennis players, BigFooted Man John Isner is known for his loud grunting. A study found that players' grunts were higher in pitch during matches they lost than during matches they won. This is thought to be owing to them pushing themselves harder, both physically and mentally, causing increased breathing and exertion, making their grunts become higher-pitched.
The sounds of tennis players grunting inspired sound engineer Ben Burtt to use these when creating effects for Star Trek: The Next Generation. He wanted to create a sense of power and athleticism for the show's characters, and also felt that the grunting sounds were a way to achieve this in Star Trek.
In 2006, Star Trek actor William Shatner sold a kidney stone he had passed in the previous year to raise money for charity. Beside raising awareness of kidney stones, he donated the $25,000 paid by the online casino GoldenPalace.com to Habitat for Humanity, a charity that builds homes for people in need.
Pumpkin seeds can protect against kidney stones. Studies have shown that eating pumpkin seeds or pumpkin seed oil may help to reduce it, as they are a good source of magnesium and other compounds that help to reduce the risk of stones.
Weighing about the same as a small car, how many kidney stones could the world's heaviest pumpkin eliminate? On October 9, 2023, Travis Ginger of Anoka, Minnesota, won the 50th Safeway World Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off in Half Moon Bay, California, with a pumpkin weighing 2,749 pounds or 1,247 kilograms. This is the same weight as a 2023 Ford Fiesta.
A white Mark I Ford Fiesta was featured in the 1977 James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. It appeared in the film's opening sequence and was driven by Anya Amasova, the Bond girl played by Barbara Bach. It was not a major part of the film's plot, but featured in a promotional poster along with the Lotus Esprit to promote the car and the film. But definitely not a car James Bond would drive.
In the 1959 novel Goldfinger, James Bond was poisoned by a dart containing a deadly toxin. However, he was able to survive thanks to a dose of penicillin that was administered to him by his colleague, Felix Leiter.
In 1942, half of the U.S.'s penicillin stocks were used on just one patient, a police officer named Albert Alexander. He contracted a severe case of staphylococcal septicemia, which was often fatal at the time. Penicillin was then a new drug, and it was not yet widely available. However, doctors were able to obtain a supply of penicillin from the drug's manufacturer to save the police officer.
In 2009, a Japanese police officer killed himself with his service weapon. He was posthumously charged with violating the gun control law, even though he was the only person involved in the incident. Japanese gun laws are extremely strict, and it is illegal to own a gun without a special license, which is very difficult.
For many years, Russian cosmonauts aboard the Soyuz spacecraft included a specifically designed gun and several rounds in their standard survival kit. This was intended to provide a means of defense against wildlife in case they landed in the remote Siberian wilderness.
If you could drive a car straight into the sky, outer space would only be 1 hour away at the Carmon line, which is the internationally accepted boundary between Earth's atmosphere and outer space. It is located approximately 62 miles or 100 kilometers above Earth's surface.
Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet cosmonaut, was the first human to cross the Carmon line. His flight lasted for just 108 minutes, but it was long enough for him to orbit Earth once and experience weightlessness.
Yuri Gagarin was possibly the first human to travel in time. Time would have slowed by a very, very small but measurable amount because time passes more slowly for objects that are moving very fast. This also applies to GPS satellites, which would cause an error of 11.4 kilometers a day if not allowed for.
So the subject of time travel takes us back to the Tardis and its swimming pool, which we saw at the start of this video.
We hope you can join us for our next video. In the meantime, we would love you to like, comment and subscribe.